Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel Physics Ka Funda. Today I'm here with you to present this last part of class 9 chapter 9 chapter. Okay, so in this chapter, in the previous video I have explained about the conservation law of momentum, how momentum is conserved and all that. I explained that. So today I will apply all these theories to do some numericals here in this chapter. Okay, so today the chapter 9 will be finished. Okay, so let's start today's video. So before that, if you have not subscribed my channel, please do subscribe, like my video and share my video. So now I will start with example. It is given in the book from the conservation of momentum principle. Okay, so that numericals we're going to do first. Okay, question: a bullet of mass 20 gram is horizontally fired with a velocity of 150 meter per second from a pistol of mass 2 kg. You have a pistol, and from that pistol one bullet is coming out. When it is fired horizontally, like this, horizontally it is fired, and then the bullet was coming with a speed of what? 150 meter per second. Okay, and the mass of the pistol is given how much? It is 2 kilogram. Okay, what is the recoil velocity of the pistol? When the bullet is coming out, it will give a little bit of force in the back side. Because what? Because of the third law of Newton. Newton's third law, it says that every action force has an equal and opposite reaction force. Due to this, the action force is what? Suppose this is what? This is the pistol. Okay, so I am very bad in drawing. This is the pistol, and from that pistol, okay, from that pistol one bullet is coming out. Okay, that bullet is coming out. When this bullet is coming out with some velocity in this direction, it will give force F1. F1 force is in this direction. This F1 force is what? Action force. And due to this force, this bullet will give a little bit of force in the reverse direction. Same amount of force will be given, because it is said in the third law of Newton that the action force must be equal to the reaction force. Reaction force is always opposite. Okay, so this will give a little bit of force in this direction. That's why the pistol will also move a little bit in the reverse direction. So that much velocity you need to find out. What will be the recoil velocity? Recoil means coming back. So this is what? Recoil velocity. Recoil means the pistol is coming back. With what velocity, with what speed this pistol is coming back, that speed you need to calculate. Okay, so here what you have to do, I explained in the conservation law of momentum that, before and after collision, two objects are there. When they are about to collide, before collision and after collision, what it was? The total momentum of the system was what? Fixed. Total momentum of the system, I am telling. System means both the particles. Here we have two objects. One is pistol, one is the bullet. Clear? So here you have to see that before firing and after firing. Okay, fire करने से पहले, fire करने के बाद, before firing and after firing, the total momentum should be constant. The total momentum should be fixed. This is the law of conservation of momentum. Momentum क्या होगा? Fire करने के पहले जो momentum होगा, total momentum I am telling. Here the system has two objects. ये भी एक system ही है. This is also one system, and in this system we are having two objects. एक तो क्या हो गया? तुम्हारा पिस्टल हो गया, एक क्या हो गया? बुलेट हो गया. ये दोनों का जो टोटल मोमेंटम होगा वो क्या होगा? टोटल मोमेंटम ऑफ द सिस्टम. बिफोर फायरिंग जितना होगा, आफ्टर फायरिंग भी उतना ही होगा, क्योंकि ये क्या है? ये लॉ ऑफ कंजर्वेशन क्या करना पड़ेगा? इसको वैलिड करना पड़ेगा. इट शुड फॉलो द लॉ ऑफ कंजर्वेशन ऑफ मोमेंटम. क्लियर? सो नाउ लेट्स प्रोसीड टू solve the numerical. What is given first you need to find out. Let me write here. Can I? Okay, fine. So you see, given solution. What is given? Given the mass of the bullet. If I write mass of the bullet by M1, can I write 20 gram? Yeah, it is given 20 gram. So what you have to do, you have to convert this 20 gram into kilogram. How? 20 divided by 1000 kg. Is it? Then it will be how much? 0.02 kg. This is the mass of the bullet. You have to convert to kilogram. Remember this. Next, mass of the, if I write mass of the pistol by m2, fine. So it's 2 kg given. What else? Yeah. Before firing, listen. Before firing, your bullet as well as your pistol, both are at rest. फायर करने से पहले बुलेट भी एट रेस्ट पे है और पिस्तौल भी क्या है, एट रेस्ट पे है. क्लियर? बिफोर फायरिंग द बुलेट एज वेल एज द पिस्तौल both are at rest. They are not moving because you have not fired yet. Okay, so what you have to do here, before firing, if I write by V1, okay, fine. Before firing, how to write? Okay, U1 is equal to 0. U1 means before firing the velocity of M1, what it is, bullet. U2 is also 0. Before firing, bullet का भी speed 0 होगा और पिस्तौल का भी speed 0 होगा. V1 after firing, final velocity. After firing, velocity of what? After firing the velocity of the bullet, it is given a bullet of mass 20 gram is horizontally fired with a velocity of 150. It is given 150 meter per second, and we need to find out V2 is equal to what? V2 क्या है? After firing, the speed of what? The velocity of the pistol, which is the recoil velocity, you need to calculate. Clear? Now let me do here. We know that from the law of conservation of momentum, what we know? We know that M1 U1 plus M2 U2 is equal to M1 V1 plus M2 V2. Is it? This is the law of conservation of what? Momentum. Total momentum before collision. Momentum of the bullet plus momentum of the pistol before collision should be equal to what? Total momentum of the system after collision. Momentum of the bullet after collision will be M1 V1 plus momentum of the pistol after collision will be M2 V2. Just put the value, it will be 0 is equal to, because U1 is also 0, U2 is also 0, so I can write directly a 0 here. So M1 means what? 0.02 into V1, it is given 150 plus M2 how much? 2 kg into V2. We need to calculate the value of V2. That implies, can I write twice V2 is equal to, it will go that side, so it will be minus, this part will go in this side, so it will be minus. If you multiply 150 by 0.02, you will get 3. Sorry, you will get 3 here. Okay, 3 you will get. So what you will get, V2 will be minus 3 by 2, it's minus 1.5 meter per second. You see, you have got the value of the recoil velocity of the pistol. It is how much? 1.5 meter per second. But remember one thing, one negative sign has come here. This negative sign indicates that this is a recoil velocity. This negative sign, listen very carefully, this negative sign indicates that your pistol is moving opposite to the direction of the bullet. Bullet जिस direction पे जा रहा था उसके opposite direction पे your pistol is moving. Clear? That's why this negative sign has come. I explained already that negative sign has two indications. One, it is used for the value, and the other, it is used for what? It is used for the direction. Here the negative sign is used for the direction. The direction of the pistol is opposite to the direction of the bullet. This negative sign indicates that only. Okay, so you see how much you got? 1.5 meter per second. And if we compare the speed, you see, if you compare the speed, pistol speed will be a little bit less than what? Than the speed of the bullet. Why? Because bullet is less mass, it has less mass, so it will get more moment. If you get more momentum, if it is less mass and the momentum should be same, so it should have more velocity. Okay, done. So this is done. Next question, let me start. Here's the second question. I read the question. A stone of 1 kg is thrown with a velocity of 20 meter per second across the frozen surface of a lake. Okay, you have a frozen surface, means the surface of the lake is what? Ice. Okay, ice is there. You have a lake, and in that lake you see you have a surface, and that water is already converted to what? Ice, and comes to rest after traveling a distance of 50 meter. Okay, understood? What is the question? You have a stone, and that stone is moving over the surface, what? Over the what surface? Frozen surface of a lake, and it is moving with a velocity of what? 20 meter per second, and then it has come to rest after how much distance traveled? After 50 meter. Okay, the question is, what is the force of friction between the stone and the ice? Okay, you need to find out what? Force of friction, frictional force you need to calculate, and due to this frictional force your stone is coming at rest. Clear? Otherwise it would see, if there is no external force, the stone will have to move, you see, continuously. It should move, because it is the first due to the first law of Newton, that Newton said that every object, if it is moving, then it will continue to be moving until and unless there is an external force applied on the object. Here the object is what? Stone, and the stone is moving over what? Over the frozen surface of the ice, means frozen surface of the lake. So it is moving over the ice, and ice has some friction. Because of that friction only, the stone has come to at rest after 50 meter. Okay, so you need to calculate the frictional force. Okay, due to that force this has come to at rest. Okay, तो ये फोर्स क्या हो गया? यही जो फोर्स है, इस फोर्स के वजह से क्या हो गया? तुम्हारा जो स्टोन है ना, वो स्टोन क्या हो गया? आफ्टर 50 मीटर ट्रेवलिंग it has come to at rest. So you need to find out that force. Okay, first of all let me write what is given. Okay, let me write here given what? Mass of the stone given 1 kg, velocity of the stone given 20 meter per second, distance given as 50 meter. You need to find out F. F is equal to what? Before finding force, we know from the second law of Newton, force is what? F is equal to m into A. Here m is given, mass of the what? Mass of the object is given, mass of the stone is given, how much? 1 kg. You need to find out acceleration A. How to find out the acceleration? You can easily find out the acceleration by using what? By using the equations of motion. Okay, what equation you will take here? Which equation you will take? M given, V given, I'm sorry, U given, I'm really sorry, U given, initial velocity given, final velocity is what? Initial velocity given, U is equal to, because that stone was moving with a velocity of 20 meter per second, and after moving 50 meter, it has come to at rest. So your final velocity is 0. Clear? I'm really sorry. Final velocity is 0, and distance traveled 50 meter. You need to find out force. Clear? So you see, if final velocity is 0, initial velocity given, final velocity given, time is not given. Clear? Here time is not given, but distance is given. You can easily find out what? A value from third law of, third equation of motion. I don't know what happened today. It's not coming. Fine. So using now from third equation of motion, twice as is equal to v square minus u square. Twice a we need the value of acceleration A, as value given 50 meter, v value 0 minus u value how much? 20. So 20 square. So it's 100. A is equal to minus 400. Is it? 20 square will be 400. So your A value will be 400 by 100. So it will be minus 4 meter per second square. You got the acceleration value, minus 4 meter per second square. Why acceleration is negative here? Because due to the frictional force, your stone is coming at rest. Due to the frictional force, what happened? The stone is losing its velocity. If it is losing its velocity, this is what? Retardation. I explained in the previous chapter. So retardation में क्या हो जाएगा? तुम्हारा acceleration negative हो जाएगा. So that's a -4 it is coming. So from doing, when you are doing some numerical, you should have some idea about that whether I am correct or not. So from the concept, it is clear that if it is coming negative, then you are correct. Okay. If somehow, somewhere you have done some mistake, okay, you have done some mistake somewhere. Oh my god, what happened? You're playing this, playing what? Fine. Okay, so if you have done some mistake somewhere, it will not come negative. Okay, so if it is not coming negative, you should think instantly that you have done some mistake. So you should see again from the first. Okay, so it's done now. And next, what? You need to find out the force. Now easily you can find out the force. Force is equal to ma. And now we know that force is equal to ma. M is given 1 kg. M of what? Mass of the stone is given 1 kg. And acceleration is given -4 meter per second square. No need to write meter per second square. No need to write kg. 1 into -4. Okay, fine. 1 into -4. So it's -4 Newton. Force is what? -4 Newton. What force? Frictional force. Due to this 4 Newton of force, your object has come to at rest. Okay, done. Okay, so next we'll go for next question if it is there. Last question for today's class. So the question is, I'm reading the question. A 8000 kg engine. You have a train, and that train has an engine of how much mass? 8000 kilogram. And that engine is pulling actually 5 wagons. Wagons means ये जो हम बोलते हैं ना ट्रेन का डब्बा वो. So 8000 kg engine pulls a train of 5 wagons. Okay, this engine is pulling a train of how much wagons? 5 wagons, and each of them are having how much mass? 2000 kilogram. One wagon has mass how much? 2000 kilogram. If the engine exerts a force of 40,000 Newton, the engine, how much force it is giving? Engine is giving 40,000 Newton of force, and the railway track, and the track is there na, sails, and that sails are giving a frictional force of how much? Frictional force of 5,000 Newton. If the engine exerts a force of 40,000 Newton and the track offers a friction of 5,000 Newton, then calculate the net accelerating force. Kitna force actually it is giving how much force, and then the net acceleration of the train का acceleration कितना है वो निकालना है, and the force offered by wagon 1 on wagon 2. Wagon 1 wagon 2 के ऊपर कितना force देगा, that one you need to calculate. Okay, it's very easy numerical, but you need to understand the physics behind that. What is happening? Actually what is happening, I am telling you. This E is the engine. Suppose this is the engine, and this engine is pulling what? In this direction it is pulling 5 wagons. 1 2 3 4 5, or every wagon has mass of how much? 2000 kgs. So 5 wagons का mass कितना होगा? 2000 into 5 1, so 10,000 kilogram होगा 5 wagons का mass. The mass of the 5 wagons will be total mass of the train. How much it is? 10,000 kilogram. Now this engine is giving how much force? This engine is giving force in this direction. Definitely engine क्या करेगा? इसको pull करेगा अपने तरफ, this way. So it will give force in this direction, in the forward direction, and that forward direction force is how much? 40,000 Newton. It is given in the numerical. 40,000 Newton force is given by the engine. Also you see, also the railway track means what? The sails. Okay, sails. दो sail होता है ना रेल ट्रेन जाने के लिए, वो ट्रैक ऑफर कर रहा है फ्रिक्शन. That track has friction, और फ्रिक्शन कितना ऑफर कर रहा है? 5 Newton of force. और you know that frictional force is always what? Frictional force is always in the opposite direction of the accelerating force. Accelerating force here given by the engine is giving that much of force, but frictional force is 5000 Newton. और वो क्या होगा? Opposite direction पे होगा. You know that frictional force is in the opposite direction, and how much? 5000 given, 5000 Newton. And now the question is what? What will be the net accelerating force? ये 5000 Newton इस तरफ है, 40000 Newton अगले उसके opposite direction पे है. तो accelerating force कितना होगा? How much it will be? How much? 40,000 minus 5,000. इस तरफ acceleration कौन से तरफ होगा? In which direction the trains will move? In which directions the wagons will move? Definitely in this direction where the force is more. You know that. In which direction the force is more, in that direction only your train will move. And वो move करेगा definitely, but मूव करने के लिए जितना फोर्स होगा वो क्या 40,000 होगा? नहीं होगा. क्यों? क्योंकि 5,000 फ्रिक्शन भी ऑफर कर रहा है ना. दैट 5,000 विल बी it will be subtracted from the 40,000. The total will be what? The net question answer A. The net accelerating force will be 40,000 minus 5,000 Newton. It will be 35,000 Newton. Actually the train, after if you take the friction into consideration, then the net accelerating force will be what? 35,000 Newton. Okay, this is the net accelerating force. Now you need to what? You need to find out what? You need to find out the acceleration. Number B. You need to find out acceleration of the train. Total will be how much? Total mass will be how much? Total mass of the train will be how much? 5 wagons था ना. So total mass will be 5 into 2000. एक वेगन का कितना होता है? 2000 होता है एक वेगन का. So 2000 into 5 will be 10,000 what? kg. 10,000 kg is what? 10,000 kg is the total mass of the train, total mass of the wagons actually, and those wagons are pulled by the engine. तो अभी क्या होगा? वो ट्रेन इंजन क्या कर रहा है? उस ट्रेन, listen very carefully here, you cannot take that mass of the engine also. You can think that, yeah, you may think that why we are not taking the mass of the engine, because you see it is given that a 8,000 kg engine pulls a train. Okay, pulls a train of 5 wagons. तो ट्रेन तुम्हारा कितना हो गया? ये वेगन को ट्रेन बोल रहा है. The question, in the question it is given that a 8,000 kg engine, ये तो इंजन हो गया ना. This is engine and this is pulling a train. This is pulling a train of 5 wagons. So उस ट्रेन का हमें बोलना है. तो उस ट्रेन का हमें क्या करना होगा? मास निकालना होगा. क्लियर? You cannot take the mass of the engine. Why? Because according to the question you cannot take. Clear? It is given that this engine is pulling a train, and that train you need to find out the acceleration of the train. Okay, so you see what you have to do. Mass is 5 into 2000, it will be 10,000. Force is already given. Force is how much? Oh, you have to write here. F is equal to, force is given. So therefore acceleration, we know that F is equal to ma. From there acceleration will be F by A. Force is 35,000 divided by 10,000. To cut zeros, you will get 3.5 meter per second square. 3.5 meter per second square. This is what? This is the acceleration of the train. See, question number B. Find out the acceleration of the train. If the question is given, find out the acceleration of the train. Listen carefully. You have to find out the acceleration of 5 wagons only. You cannot take the mass of the engine, because it is given that the engine is pulling a train of 5 wagons. So beyond the, see, if you leave this engine, your train is this much only, 5 wagons. So you have to take that 5 wagons mass only. Is it clear, all of you? If it is given, suppose if it is given that find out the acceleration of the trains along with the engine, then you have to take the mass of the engine. Clear? Done. Third question, very important. Third question, what is the force given by wagon 1 on wagon 2? Wagon 1 wagon 2 पे कितना force देता है? This wagon 1, now forget this. Wagon 1, how much force wagon 1 is giving to wagon 2? इस पे कितना force दे रहा है इस तरफ? Wagon 1 क्या करेगा? Listen very carefully now. Okay. I'm just starting from first. Engine is pulling these 5 wagons. तो इंजन एक्चुअली क्या पुल कर रहा है? ये जो कनेक्शन है, कनेक्शन किसके बीच में है? इंजन और फर्स्ट वैगन के बीच में है. This wagon, listen very carefully. This wagon, the wagon 1 is pulling 4 wagons. Clear? Wagon 1 is pulling 4 wagons. Wagon 2 is pulling 3 wagons. Wagon 3 is pulling 2 wagons. And wagon 4 is pulling 1 wagon only. But wagon 1, when wagon 1 is pulling 4 wagons, but the connection is between what? Only 1 and 2. So the force will be given only on 2. The wagon 1 is giving force on wagon 2. In which direction? In this direction. ये हमें निकालना है. How much force wagon 1 is giving on wagon 2? Okay, in the forward direction. But listen very carefully. Wagon 1, wagon 2, wagon 3, wagon 4, wagon 5, सभी का acceleration कितना है? 3.5 meter per second square, because it is the acceleration of the engine, train. This is the acceleration of the train. और train में कितना wagon है? 5 wagon है. तो all 5 wagons have what? Same acceleration. कितना? 3.5 meter per second square. Now first wagon is pulling the second wagon, means actually first wagon is pulling 4 wagons, but here you can see, if you see the structure, if you see the situation, then we can say that the wagon 1 is pulling only wagon 2. Clear? So ये force क्या होगा? wagon 1 wagon 2 के ऊपर देगा, 2 3 के ऊपर देगा, 3 4 के ऊपर और 4 5 के ऊपर. वो हमें निकालना है. That means wagon, listen, that means wagon 1 is pulling how much mass? 2, here 2000, 2000, 2000, 2000. So can I write 4 into 2000? Wagon 2 का mass 2000, 3, 4, 5 all are having how much? 2000 kg of mass. So wagon 1 is pulling 4 wagons, and 4 wagons का mass कितना होता है? You need to find out force. So force will be mass into acceleration. Acceleration you know it is 3.5 meter per second square. You need to find out what? Mass. कितना मास ये पुल कर रहा है? 4 वैगन का मास, और 4 वैगन का मास कितना होगा? 8000 होगा. So you see, when we do the third numerical, then you see what you have to do. Third one. Okay, let me write here. Third one. Here the mass pulling by wagon 1 is equal to 4 into how much? 2000 kg. It's 8000 kg. Therefore force, I'll not write here because I have very less space here. It's not more here. So you see, the mass we have calculated, then the force you have to write. The force given by wagon 1 on wagon 2 is F is equal to MA. मास कितना आ जाएगा? 8000 आ जाएगा, into A कितना है? 3.5. कितना होगा? 800 into 35 कितना होगा? 35 8 जा, ओके leave it. 3 24 और 4000, 28,000 न्यूटन. 28,000 Newton will be the force given by wagon 1 on wagon 2. ये force कितना होगा? 28,000 होगा. Understood ना concept? If the question is given, find out the force offered by wagon 3 on wagon 4, then तुम्हें mass कितना लेना है? wagon 3 on wagon 4 mass तुम्हें ये दोनों का लेना है. 4,000 होगा mass. क्लियर? उस पे एक्सेलरेशन तो सेम ही होगा, उस पे तुम निकाल सकते हो फोर्स कितना, एक वेगन और एक दूसरे वेगन पे कितना फोर्स दे रहा है, ये फोर्स तुम इजीली निकाल सकते हो. बट यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड द कॉन्सेप्ट बिहाइंड दिस, फिजिक्स बिहाइंड दिस. वेगन 1 अगर वेगन 2 को पुल कर रहा है, एक्चुअली इट इज नॉट पुलिंग वेगन 2, इट इज पुलिंग ऑल द 4 वेगन्स. वेगन 2 अगर वेगन 3 को पुल कर रहा है देखने में, लेकिन ये ओनली 3 को नहीं पुल कर रहा है, ये क्या कर रहा है, 3 वेगन 3 4 5 तीनों को क्या कर रहा है, पुल कर रहा है अपने तरफ. तो तीनों का क्या लेना है, हमें मास लेना है. इज इट क्लियर ऑल ऑफ यू? आई थिंक यू हैव अंडरस्टूड दिस क्वेश्चन. फाइन. सो आई एम गोइंग टू complete this video here. I am going to finish it here. So I think you have understood. If you have any doubt, you can definitely contact me. I can be there for you every time. So you see, this chapter is finished. I will give you notes, no problem. This chapter is finished. So in the next video we will start the chapter gravitation. Okay, we'll start gravitation chapter. So if you like this video, please do like, please share my video. Okay, and subscribe my channel. Done? So see you in the next video. Bye bye.